the exercises to show you using a wedge to tuck into your foot. These are physio exercises for plantar fasciitis, pain on the bottom of your foot, Achilles tendinosis, Achilles tendon inflammation, tendinitis, calf pain, even really good for shin splints, because often shin splints come because your Achilles tendons and your calves are just too tight, so the front of your muscles are having to work too hard. Without further ado, let me show you what we're using. We're using a wedge that is quite a nice depth. It goes from obviously quite thin if you don't want to use too much of a stretch, but you can see that you're going to get a significant incline there without having to find a doorstep or a stair that often just don't give you the support that an actual wedge will do. So we pop this and we pop it into our feet. So what we're going to do is, turn this back a little bit, we're going to pop this underneath our foot like so. And then that's going to put a bit of a pressure on the back ball of our feet and a bit of extra stretch. And then we do a normal calf stretch. So that means you take your feet about a foot apart and about 1 foot in front of the other, so that your heel is about level with the toe of your other foot. So you're not in a big stride stand like that. That's going to be too much for most people. But just your feet, your heel level with the toes of your other foot, but about a foot apart. And then keeping the heel of the wedged foot down, you're going to keep your pressure and your weight over that back foot, and you're going to lean forwards. Keep the pressure over. Actually, most of the pressure is going over that wedge underneath your midfoot. It's a really lovely stretch to do. And you're going to hold that for a total of 30 seconds in 3 different stages. So you're going to do 10 seconds, and then you're going to let it relax, and then you're going to stretch it a little bit more. Feel it relax, stretch it a little bit more. If you get to 10 seconds and you can still feel a major stretch, then you have stretched too far. Please back off a little bit and take it just up to tension point. That way you know you'll actually get elongation rather than just the muscles waiting desperately for you to stop stretching them so they can go back to being tight. There's 3 different ways to do this. You want to do it with your foot, maybe your mid-toe in the midline of the wedge. Then you want to move it so that your big toe is over it. That way you're actually stretching your foot. If you've got any foot pain or heel pain or pain, actually point tenderness down the outside or the inside of that tendon where your calf muscles join into your heel, this is a great stretch for that. Same principle. Bend your front knee, back leg straight. And then the last but not least, the other side. So your weight over your last 3 toes on the wedge, and then we're going to do that stretch. You can do it with your back leg straight, but you can also, once you've done it with your back leg straight, just bend that back knee and sit down into that back leg. You'll feel that stretch. I feel that stretch more in my heel than I do a straight leg, but you do want to do both. It's really important to do both. And last but not least, because you have stretched that one, what I would definitely do is just pop my foot on there like that and then reach down towards my knees. So I get a nice hamstring stretch on the back of the leg down there. Again, 30 seconds, you're going to do 10 seconds, and then you're going to breathe and go down, and then breathe out and go down again. Really lovely stretch just to hold it there. Bend your knees and gently come back up again. I will do this on both feet. The whole thing takes no more than 5 minutes, and your job is done.